All right, let's do a quick experiment. Think about the last time someone messaged you in Teams with something like, hey, can you send me that link again? Or where did you drop that file? Or my personal favorite, can you scroll up? It's in the chat. And do you scroll up and up and up? And somewhere in that endless stream of good morning and GIFs and quick question messages is the thing you actually need. And here's what's wild. Teams chat is one of the best communication tools we've ever had. But the second we treat chat like a storage system, it becomes a stress machine. Because chat is great for work now, but most work still matters later. So today we're going beyond the feature with a simple habit that prevents a ton of confusion. It's called the message to work habit. If it matters tomorrow, it can't live only in a message today. So, hey everyone, welcome back to Beyond the Feature. This is where we stop hunting features and start upgrading workflows. I'm Dr. Patrick Jones. Hopefully you like our new set. It's a great new background for us here. Make sure if you're one of our people and this show speaks to you, that you subscribe to our podcast, like the episode and share it. And if you're able to rate it. It may help other people find it easier as well. So last week, we talked about the source of truth rule. If it matters, it deserves a home. And once it has a home, we stop copying it everywhere else. So this week is the natural follow-up, because here's what happens in real life. Even when you have a home, people still drop important stuff into the chat. A decision gets typed into a message, a file gets posted once and then disappears, a process gets explained in a paragraph that nobody will ever find again. So today, I'm going to give you a simple way to use Teams chat in the way it's meant to be used without turning it into your file cabinet. And yes, we'll talk about Copilot too. Why not? It's such a huge resource. All right, so why chat becomes chaos? Chat feels productive because it's fast. You ask, someone answers, done, right? The chat has two problems that make it a terrible place to store important information. Problem number one is chat is chronological, not logical. Chat organizes your work by time, not by topic. So the decision you made on Tuesday is buried under Thursday's lunch plans. Now, problem number two, chat is invisible to anybody who wasn't there. Even in group chats, people miss things. And in small businesses, people wear multiple hats. They're not reading every message. So what happens? The same question gets asked again and again and again. And that's why chat creates the repeat tax. So we're going to fix that with a habit, not a feature. So here's the message to work habit. If it matters later, move it to where work lives. That's it. Chat is for quick alignment, quick questions, quick updates, quick context, quick. Work systems are for decisions, files, tasks, processes, anything you'll need again. So the moment you see something in chat that matters beyond right now, you do one of four moves. You pin it or make it visible, or you turn it into a task, or move it to the source of truth, or summarize it into a single decision note that others can find and see. All right, so let's unpack those. So now move number one, make it visible. If you're in a Teams channel, you can make things visible by pinning a post, maybe using a channel post titled Start Here, or adding a resource in Loop, Planner, List, OneNote. If you're in a group chat, visibility is harder, which is why group chats are the number one place where important stuff goes to die. So when something becomes important, consider moving it from a group chat to a channel, not because channels are fancy, but because they give the work a home. Now, move number two, turn it into a task. When someone says in chat, can you do this? That's not a chat message. That's a task request, but it's wearing a chat costume. So the workflow upgrade is capture it in To-Do or Planner, assign it, and give it a due date if it matters. Because otherwise it becomes, I'll remember, famous last words, right? All right, move number three, Move the file to where it belongs. If someone drops a file in chat and it matters, store it in the project's SharePoint or OneDrive home, or have that person who posted the document place that file there so it's the single source of truth, no variant copies flying around. And then share the link so you stop passing the file around like a baton. Your goal isn't file management. Your goal is confidence so that you can get the work done. Now, move number 4, summarize decisions into one place. This is one that most teams skip. If you make decisions in chat, and most teams do because it's a great communication tool, you need the decisions home. Maybe it's a OneNote page, a loop page in a workspace, a pinned channel post, or even a simple list called decision log. The point is, decisions become searchable and reusable. So let me give you a story here. I see it all the time. A small team is working on a client deliverable. Someone says in chat, I think we should change the pricing structure. Someone else replies, agreed. And then someone else says, cool, I'll update the document. That's a decision. But because it happened in 3 messages, no one treats it like a decision. So a week later, the client asks, why did the pricing change? And suddenly the team's digging through chat, scrolling, looking like they're looking for a lost treasure. They may find the messages, maybe, but the bigger issue is that the decision wasn't made visible. So here's the beyond the feature fix. The moment that 3-message decision happens, someone posts a 1-line summary in the decisions place. Decision, we moved from flat fee to tiered pricing effective January 1st. The owner, Mark, updates the document and proposal template. The next step, update it by Friday. The home is the client's channel on the decision page. Now, the decision has a life beyond the moment, and that's what mature workflows do. They protect your future self. So now we talked about Copilot. Where does Copilot fit in here? Copilot can help a lot in chat-heavy environments, especially when you're trying to reduce that repeat text. Copilot summarizes the chat thread, pulls out action items, can draft a clear recap message, turn a messy conversation into something structured. Heck, I used it the other day because the same scenario, we said something, and I used Copilot to say, hey, what did so-and-so say about this, to remind myself. And then I took that and, living by my own law, put it somewhere where I can remember it, right? Put it in there right front and center so I don't have to go searching again. So here's the beyond the feature truth. Copilot doesn't replace that habit. Copilot helps you do the habit faster. So the sequence is the conversation happens, Copilot helps summarize or assist in finding the information, then you move the important information to a document or to a new home. That's where Copilot becomes powerful and everyday office people, not because it's flashy, but because it reduces the mental load. All right, let's do a takeaway here. So we have a question. If I needed this next week, could I find it under 10 seconds? If the answer is no, it can't live only in chat. So the workflow to try this week, pick one project and create a start here spot. In Teams, right? Create a tab to the channel that's called Start Here. Add links in tabs, maybe to the main file, the tracker, which is a planner or a list, the notes page, which maybe it's OneNote or Loop. I love Loop lately. I'm using it all the time now. Then tell the team, if it matters, it goes in the Start Here area. The home for the project is our channel. So that focuses everybody to know, if I'm working on this project, I'm going to go here. That's our home. All right, so now let's do a reflection prompt. So at the end of this week, ask yourselves, how many times do we re-ask the same question? Rate it 1 to 5. And if you want to take it further, that's exactly what my workflow app is built for. So I got a new app coming out. It's heading to Google soon. As soon as it's approved, Apple will be right after that. So it's one daily workflow habit, right? Just like what we're talking about here. You try it, you reflect on it, you rate it, and you improve your workflow. The app is nearly live, right? Nearly. But we still got a little bit of time for Apple. But there's always the books. 365 companion series for the apps, or there's several admin level books for setting up and running 365. And of course, there's the Olympus Academy, which has it's a complement to all those books, right? To help teach those features that we don't talk about here, but you want to know how to do. Hey, take the course, read the book, something like that, right? That's the feature part. It's just another format, another medium in case you need that extra assistance with the features. But again, we're talking about what goes beyond that feature. How do we improve our workflow so those features give us that return on investment? So, end of commercial, right? So today's Beyond the Feature upgrade was the message to work habit, right? If it matters later, move it to where the work lives. Because chat is for speed. Workflows are for reliability. Next week, we're going to talk about something that changes everything for small and medium businesses, even nonprofits. It's the 15-minute weekly workflow reset. A simple Friday or Monday habit that will keep your work organized without turning your life into a project management app. And also be on the lookout. We have another Spotlight episode coming up with Jenny Turner. So that's coming up the next week or two by the time this posts. So, all right, thanks for listening. And I'll see you next time on Beyond the Feature.